This is a piece of legislation that completely defies every sense of due process and then allows a government agent to submit an affidavit to a court in which the court will remove someone's right to property based on accusation. Now, we teach from an historical perspective these things called writs of assistance. And if you are a Liberty First Brigade member and you have not seen my presentation on the Fourth Amendment, if you have not seen my presentation on a course called America Disarmed, you may not be aware of the battles that our founders engaged in on the right to property, the right to secure property. What is this requirement? There's good faith requirement to notice other people. Where is the requirement to notice that you're going to take the guns from that person? There's no notice issued to somebody who's going to have their stuff taken, other than the notice of I'm showing up on your front door to take your guns. Now, let me just address this, not just simply from a property rights perspective, from a due process, and not just simply from a due process perspective, but from what America likes to couch in this officer safety perspective. Is this not enhancing the danger to our officers?
Right.
Having them show up without any notice, saying, hand over your guns? So let me tell you how this works, right? I just want you to go with me on this, people, because this is so important. I cannot even, in this show today, lay out to you the very specific parallels between what is happening in these extreme risk orders and these writs of assistance that were issued in 1760 against our founders.
Yeah. It's not so much about, it seems to me it's not even primarily about the right to keep and bear arms. It's about due process.
It is. Property rights and due process.
Yeah, to me, when we look out there is this tidal wave of assault against due process under this gun fear, manipulation that's going on.
So the officers are issued an order to go take someone's property immediately. But then the court doesn't have to give that person a hearing for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, somebody has to sit around and try to figure out why they're no longer allowed to have their property. Right? So number one, 2 weeks. Then once you have your hearing, 2 weeks later, you have to prove to the court that you are entitled to have your property.
Yeah, so that's where it flips. It completely flips the foundation of the rule of law right there. Guilty
right there.
Until you prove yourself innocent.
Prove it, right. Guilty until proven innocent.